Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So, some of you may or may not know, I do keto. So today I thought I would share with you. I forgot, where is my camera? Over here. Sorry. I'm going to be making me a pizza. So I thought I would share it with you. And here are the ingredients that I'm going to use. I'm going to be using a ready-to-eat crepini, zero net carb egg wrap. And this package has 14 wraps. I think I got it at Sam's Club, and I don't remember the price, but I do remember thinking, wow, that's very nicely priced considering it's 14 wraps total. And I'm gonna be using the Rayos tomato basil sauce, which is used for spaghetti or whatever. I chose this one, even though it's a little bit pricey, because it's low in carbs. So it's only 5 net carbs per serving, and a serving is half a cup, which is probably a whole lot more than what I'm gonna need. I am gonna be using cheese, of course. I'm using this because it's what I have right now. And pepperoni. One serving size is 16 slices. So here's the breakdown of everything. And it's probably showing backwards because I'm using the front camera. But here's the breakdown. The sauce has 5 net carbs, 80 calories, 5 grams of fat, 2 grams of protein. The egg wrap has 3 grams of protein, 0 carbs, 30 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. The pepperoni is 6 grams of protein, 1 carb, 140 calories, 14 grams of fat. And the cheese is 6 grams of protein, 1 carb, 110 calories, and 9 grams of fat. So that comes up for the whole thing, which I have here on a pizza pan because this is very thin. Comes to 17 grams of protein, 29.5 grams of fat, 7 net carbs, and 360 calories. So it will make for a perfect lunch for me. So first, let me lower this so you can see what I'm doing. If you see how I had this rig, you'll be laughing. Okay, so there you can see. I am going to start with my sauce, and I'm gonna use this handy dandy spatula. It's a Betty Crocker one that I got at Dollar Tree for $1. Can beat that. This size is great for spreading. This size is small, so it's great for going into jars, for your peanut butter, almond butter, mayo, whatever. So we're gonna start by putting some sauce here. And like I said, I doubt that I'm gonna use half a cup of sauce, but we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't want to make it too saucy, not because I don't like it, but because this is kind of flimsy. So I might speed up through this probably. Put some music maybe. Okay, so I do want to be a little generous. So if I use less sauce, obviously it's going to lower my calories and my carbs. So what I might do is actually add more cheese instead. But we'll see. So yeah, as you can see, I only use like a quarter cup, like half of a half. So I think I'm going to double up my cheese instead. And even though by using half of the sauce, I'm making it 40 calories less. So that's 320. And also halving the carbs. So that brings me down to around 5 net carbs for the whole thing. This is without doubling the cheese. So it's gonna, because you know, a quarter cup of cheese is not really a whole lot, and I love my cheese. It is enough to cover this, though, I will say. Okay, maybe we'll just use this much. So that's actually great because now I'm only having about 5 carbs for the whole shebang and only 320 calories. Then we're gonna place our pepperoni. Funny fact, I used to work at I once worked at a Hungry Howie's, and I also worked at a Casey's gas station where I used to not only work the cashier or the cash register, I should say, but I also work in the kitchen making pizza, among other things. So I should be an expert, right? Okay. And I think I do want to sprinkle a little bit more of cheese on that. I already have my oven preheated to 350. And all I want to do basically is melt that cheese, heat up the sauce, and make the egg wrap a little toasty. So this is another quarter cup. We'll see how much I use. Okay, I think I am gonna use the full other. So now I'm adding 110 calories, but this is still by my calculations gonna be under 500 calories. So while this goes in the oven, I will figure that out and give you the actual totals for what I use. So right now I'm just gonna stick it in the oven. And I'm going to pause and figure the math, and I'll come back and let you know. Okay, so I figure out the math. So we're using only 1/4 cup of sauce, but using a half, wait, a half? Yeah, a half cup of cheese. My totals are 430 calories for the whole shebangs, 36.1 grams of fat, 17 grams of protein, and 5.5 net carbs. So I say that is an awesome lunch, and it's gonna be very filling, and I am excited. And I should look at how long I'm putting it in the oven, but I cook by eye so much, I'll just keep checking it till I think it's got the crisp that I am looking for. And I'll be right back when I take it out of the oven. So a little note while I wait for it to come out of the oven is this is a pretty big jar. And this is also great for doing like chicken parmesan, stuff like that. But what I like to do so it doesn't go to waste is I will divide it in Ziplocs in portions of 1 serving or 2 servings, and put it in the freezer. And then when I'm planning on using it, I'll just take a baggie out and let it defrost, and that way my jar doesn't go to waste. So I've been checking as I go, and the edges are getting nice and toasty, but the rest of it is not. So I'm thinking I'm going to turn it into kind of a calzone and just try to put it on my plate and flip it over in half. So let's see. Okay, let's take it out of the oven because I'm impatient and I'm hungry. So this is how it's looking. And as you can see, the edges are nice and toasty, but you can also see that it's kind of flimsy. probably because the fat from the pepperoni and the cheese and the sauce. So let's see if I can actually even get this to my plate. By the way, this is another nice Betty Crocker kitchen utensil from the Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness. I probably, should have put some. Let's see if I can slide it down some, maybe. Okay. Maybe I made a mistake in putting it on a pan like this. At the end, I don't care how it's gonna look. I just care how it tastes. So we're just gonna try to do this real quick. Stick that back in there, and I'm just going to fold it up like so. And we're gonna be eating this with a fork and knife. But here it is. So I hope that this gives you an idea of what you can do and how not to miss on those flavors that you really love while doing keto. And if you enjoyed this, please make sure to give it a thumbs up so I know that you would like to see more of this in my channel, which I mostly do wig reviews and hair and makeup, but also lifestyle. And this is definitely part of my lifestyle. So until the next time, stay joyful, stay healthy, and remember to live every day to the fullest.